All right, what's up? Okay. So now you're seeing the intake that we have. Well, I might as well just show you this. That there's like this air guard. So as we have the intake, air comes in. We're missing the thing there, classic. But the air comes in, comes up in this area. The air filter almost exclusively has cold air coming in, ram air style. But this filter looks dirty to me, and I need to inspect it and clean it. So we're gonna go over that. This is just the intro on what we're doing today. All right, here's what we got. We got the intake and we got the K&N recharger kit. Okay, so we'll be going over doing some of this cleaning, but right now it's a little bit later in the day, so I would have done this earlier so that the air filter could dry. It takes a long time. What I like to do is let the air filter dry completely. So let's look at what we got. I'm pretty impressed with the setup since we had a velocity stack. Pretty impressed that you know, so it's like, okay, well, you know, when you look at the intake inside, it's so filthy. I got my fingers black. It's filthy, but we're gonna be cleaning it. But so what happens, you know, this is not the worst construction. I can tell it's a cheaper one because you see like rust and stuff, which is not very beautiful, not very cool. But for the construction and everything, the mesh and everything, the rubber and everything, it holds up. When you look inside, okay, obviously it's doing its job of keeping things cleaner inside. We see a little bit of micro dust in there. But we have what size are we dealing with? I just threw a paper down, but it doesn't really matter. It's gonna get cleaned. But okay, so we're whoa. This is a 6-inch. This is unusual. When you buy an intake, just this. Okay, like you usually see like it comes down, and then there's like a pipe that you can tighten onto. So it'll usually be like a 3-inch or a 3.5-inch pipe. What this is actually open, and so the design of this mates up to is a velocity stack. It's the opposite of this cone. If you can imagine a cone going into the pipe that goes inside. I didn't show it, but you know, you don't have to imagine much. Yeah, so that's the kind of filter. It means that I have to get a special one if I want to buy a new one. But this one looks like it's never been cleaned or recharged. So we're going to do that. Let me go ahead and just turn the hose on. And if you're not familiar, the most important cleaning tip is to put the water from the inside out. You don't want to run the water outside in because you're going to be pushing the dirt in. So you want to push the dirt out by putting the water pressure from the inside and not using a lot of pressure. You don't want to blow out the paper. You don't want to damage the filter element. So it's just have a decent amount of water pressure from it running, and let the soap do the work, right? So actually, I'm trying to think, you know, as per the instructions, I do it per the instructions. So here's our filter. What does it say to do? Apply the cleaner, then rinse the filter. Let's look at this kit. So here's our cleaner stuff. I love this stuff. Great soapy stuff. It feels like it cleans, and it feels like it's really good. And then you have the filter oil, and the filter oil, you spray paint it. No. We'll be doing that in the pleats. You want to get the oil and the pleats and all that stuff. So next thing to do is we're gonna do this. I'm gonna read this instructions. If there are any instructions, there aren't. It just says first aid treatment, manufactured in USA. I like that. And basically, yeah, there's a paper in here. I just want to see if they say any words of wisdom in here. But K&N has always been kind of basic. Like, they're there, yeah, they're quality, yeah, but they're not like giving you incredible knowledge. Liberally spray the cleaner onto both sides of the filter and allow soak for 10 minutes. That's exactly what we're going to do. Don't allow the cleaner to dry on the air filter. That's a critical piece of information they should put on the bottle, but it's on the paper. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and use this. This is a spray. I'm going to just show you how that works, right? Like that. So I'm going to go ahead and hit this thing. It's going to take a while, so I'll do that, then we'll show the rinsing and etc. Alright, finally we're going to hit it with the water from the inside like so. So let me work on that. Alright, here's our ugly filter. Let's put some Mother's mag aluminum polish, whatever, chrome cleaner on. See what we do. See what we got. Alright, the main thing we wanted to do was just to clean up the rust, and just a little bit of polishing, a couple minutes, gets the job done. If this gets really bad on the second stage, like when, like this obviously, this filter is getting more used up, but I think it's still serviceable. So as I was saying, mask off inside and out underneath the lip, and give it a sand it, and then just paint it. Something subtle like a flat black or semi-gloss, and then it'll look nice, and it won't really need this kind of polishing or whatever. This is just to clean it up quick and easy and just maintain it. Alright, our friends at K&N say to spray basically in between the pleats, and you want a nice even red spray on this. Let's go ahead and let's put this down. Let's put that down there for a second. Okay, so I guess if I could try to just demonstrate this for a second, I think it's something like that. So we're gonna work on this. Alright, so now we can see that redness is in there, that beautiful redness. So you got that oil in there and we're ready. I'm going to let this dry and set or whatever. And so I talked to my mechanic this morning, and unfortunately he's very busy, and he scheduled me for Saturday morning. So that's the deal with getting the car checked out. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, comment, and I'll update you with more videos on the Z and more info about it. More videos coming every day.